run as a member of the team.
Does he have like human skin?
No, he's in a Doom. He just looks like a Doom bot. He looks like Doctor Doom.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
It's
But
only
that's his
it's
name,
a 12
Vincent?
issue. I don't know. I forgot. I've looked through it a few times. There's only 12 issues. Sam Humphries wrote it.
I'll have to check it out.
I
Yeah.
have it.
I think I got like coupons for a free month of Marvel Unlimited all, or what I usually do is just create a new email. I keep getting free months and just keep doing new emails to keep getting a free month.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I just I just created an account. I should check into that. See if I can get a free month, even though I have almost every book.
Yeah, I had like a whole bunch of points from claiming digital codes and stuff too. I need to like just waste them and buy something because I just hand them out now. I don't get the points for them anymore.
Oh, here it is. I fucking staring me right in front of the fucking face. I had it this whole fucking time. Because I was going through all my Avengers folders and I'm like, it was at the top. I didn't even fucking notice it. I'm gonna look right now. Maybe he became Vincent after the series and they just called him Doombot. Because in the lineup of characters it says Doombot.
Yeah, I'll have to read the beginning of the Gwen his first start in the Gwen book too, because I'm sure Hastings doesn't just pull people out of his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Yeah,
because he follows the comic book continuity with his character. Like he's pretty good at not making hiccups. So it might have been the same person, but yeah, we're
might be
gonna
the
get
same
into
one.
this. Do Shang-Chi.
Art's
Have a little
great.
fun here.
Oh yeah, definitely some fun.
All right, we are back, guys. This is the Midpoint Marvelous Facts. We got two people for you guys this week, and they're both people that are going to be spotlighted in our second half of the books today. So the first one we're going to kick things off with is a cult favorite in the Marvel lineup, and I think what everyone would want, either the next Netflix series or if it's going to be on some Disney streaming service, whatever, they keep doing the Marvel TV shows on. I think everyone always says Moon Knight would be the one they want next.
Hell yeah.
That would be awesome. I personally would like that. But yeah, we got creators of the character Moon Knight, Doug Monich, and Don Perlin. Yeah, Monich looks like something like that. He was created and first appeared in Werewolf by Night number 32 in August of 1975 was his first issue. So yeah, basically, if you don't know, the character is the person of Mark Spector, who is basically possessed and taken over post-mortem by the Egyptian deity or god of Khonshu. So, he operates as somebody brought back to life with multiple personalities at points to deal with this entity stuck inside of him, and that leaves him and comes back to him and basically just fucks with him over and over. So yeah, but a little bit more about Khonshu. It's said to have four aspects: the Pathfinder, the Embracer, the Defender, and the Watcher of overnight travelers. Spectre cycles through these different aspects, and his brain applies identities to them in order to explain them, basically to himself. In essence, Mark's mind has been colonized by Khonshu, and the different personalities Mark displays are ways to cope with the damage, that he deals with. So depending on what run of Moon Knight you're reading, you're going to be reading a different version of Mark Spector. Like he's been a cab driver at times. That's some different crazy.
Go ahead. Jake Lockley? Is that Jake Lockley, the cab driver? I think he's the guy who watches travelers at night because he's always driving people around.
Always Mark Spector.
And then Stephen Grant is the Hollywood movie producer. He's the one who makes all the money that brings him all the tools for.
For you'll see him talking to like this bird skeleton type thing, and that's Khonshu himself. So he'll sit down and have discussions with this thing in his apartment at times. He'll wear different Moon Knight outfits based on who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets crazy. So he's a cool character to dive into.
In the Warren Ellis run, the reason why he wore that suit as Mr. Knight is because in the Bendis run he tore someone's face off. So the cops, he was like a criminal. So he would become Mr. Knight, like as like a, you know, because the cops were looking for Moon Knight. So this was Mr. Knight. So it was like
Yeah,
a
this was
completely
somebody
different
different.
person.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Couple just random things about Mark slash Moon Knight. He has a scar over his left eye, and then he was twice confined to a wheelchair. I don't know if it's because he was paralyzed or like just a mental state thinking he couldn't walk, or if they were because of injuries sustained in battle or whatever. But he's been in a wheelchair twice and now walks. So I thought that was pretty crazy. Usually, you know, once is enough to want to never go back, but he's done it twice. Shang-Chi, unless you got anything to add about Moon Knight there.
Oh yeah. You know, most of the time people ignore his power set, but he actually does have powers. He has increased strength, endurance, and agility depending on the lunar cycle. So if it's like a full moon, he has like full on super strength, agility, endurance, and all that. But you know, if the moon's like one of those nights where you barely see the moon, he's more like a regular person. So he does have some powers, but sometimes in runs they just ignore those powers and talk about him like he's just some regular dude.
Yeah,
And
kind of like Batman. Everyone compares him
and
like Marvel Batman.
he's the insane Marvel Batman. And there's the Bendis run. You know how he has like all those different personalities in his
Yeah.
run. His different personalities were Spider-Man, Captain America, Wolverine, and Moon Knight. So he had those. So that, like, you know, he's going on cases and he thinks he's having like conversations with Captain America, Wolverine, and Spider-Man, and he has different costumes under his costumes. So when he thinks he's Spider-Man, he'll change into Spider-Man, and he has like this wrist, like these two things on his wrist, and they could either be web shooters or they could be Wolverine's claws, and he's just like
Yeah.
fucking completely
I
insane.
read that in the wiki. Yeah, I did read that in the wiki. I didn't put it in there because I didn't fully understand what they were talking about because it was under like weapons, the weapons area.
Yeah. He has some cool fucking weapons too. He has this
Yeah.
cool fucking glider that's voice activated, and it carries him around, and like
Didn't he have a blimp in the Bendis or not the Bendis run, the Ellis run? Wasn't there like a
no,
blimp or a plane or something
it
he was flying
it was
around
a
in?
glider. It was this cool glider that holds him into place, and it'll drop him if he tells it to, right? And it looks like a plane, but it has like this compartment that he's not necessarily inside. It just holds him in, and then he'll just say like "drop me," and it'll drop him, and then like he could be running, and he'll say like "match speed." Pickup, and it'll come down and match his running speed, and he just like grabs onto it and it picks him back up and he flies. So dope. He also has a voice activated self-driving limousine that he drives around.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
That's
that thing.
insane. So insane. I fucking love him.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into another mildly not really crazy. He's a kung fu character, kind of in the line of Luke Cage, I guess you could say. And not Luke Cage.
Iron Fist. Yeah.
Iron Fist, yes. That's what I'm trying to say. I mix those two up all the time. When I was reading Power Man and Iron Fist, I used to say Iron Man and Power Fist is what I used to call it all the time. Like just randomly when I would talk about it with Jim or even type it that way. But yeah, Shang-Chi, he was created by Steve Englehart, Al Migorm, and Jim Starlin. First appearance way back in Marvel Special Edition number 15, 1973, December. So Shang-Chi was raised to become a deadly assassin by his father, the immortal crime lord and sorcerer Fu Manchu. So yeah, I love that name, Fu Manchu. That's an awesome name for a character and a mustache. But I'm pretty sure Fu Manchu also sports a Fu Manchu. So you have that working for the character. But as far as Shang-Chi goes, I mean, I don't have a whole bunch of information on him. He doesn't have obviously a long history. It's only like 123 issues, but he's another cult favorite of a lot of 70s Marvel readers, that especially Kung Fu comics lovers. He has a few cool weapons though. He wields a pair of at times metallic nunchucks that are designed by Tony Stark. It can discharge repulsor force with the effect of a taser when colliding against a person or object when swung with enough force. They also act as a focusing point for him to channel his inner force. He can also sport a pair of gauntlets that spout energy at times as well. So very Stark S Tech when he wants to be sporting that. Otherwise he's just going to kick your ass with kung fu.
That was from Hickman's run, the nunchucks. That was dope.
Yeah, that was. You start getting involved with the Avengers, they don't trust you with just regular kung fu fighting. They're going to give you some sort of Stark tech.
Although I did see him karate chop a robot in half once. So, like,
yeah, does he have like chi power or the chi powers like because they talk about inner force? Is it chi like Iron Fist or no? It's something a little different.
I think it's chi. Like I think it's like that. Like he strengthens his body somehow through chi, but they don't go into it like they do in Iron Fist in any of the comics I've read with him in it. Maybe I don't know if what
Yeah,
they've done in his
and they
original.
don't really address it in this legacy issue we're about to cover for
No,
you guys here. Because unless you got anything else to add about Shang-Chi, I'm about to transition to his one shot that just came out this week that you're going to take away.
I got nothing.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna go off to the second of the one shots coming out this month. This is Marvel Comics proudly presents Master of Kung Fu, Shang-Chi. So Trevor's gonna take it away, let you guys know about this book, and we're gonna tell you to buy, borrow, or forget it altogether.
I had to shut off my ceiling fan because my feet are getting cold. So, Master of Kung Fu 126, written by C.M. Punk, art by Dalibor Talajic, colors by Eric. I tried. I can't. Arcaniga, something like that.
I don't even see the credits. Where are the credits? Oh, they're there. They're not on
Yeah.
the title page. Okay, go ahead. I didn't know CM Punk was writing this issue.
Yeah. He's the writer. Dalibor Talajic from Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, and he also did the Battle World, the art for the Battle World Master of Kung Fu story. But the inks, well, he does the inks in this, and the inks in that were done by Goran Zuka, so the art was a lot better. So the letters by VC's Travis Lanham, and cover, the solicit had Mike Mayhew listed as the main cover, but it turns out he did one of the variants. The actual cover is done by Javier Rodriguez. So the solicit goes, Shang-Chi's Day Off, Part 1 of 1. The Marvel Universe is full of fighters, brawlers, scrappers, weapon experts, mystical kung fu virtuosi, but there's only one martial artist skilled enough to be called the greatest. Shang-Chi has been a pinch hitter for a long time, stepping in for Avengers missions when no one else would do. But when no one can match your speed or skill, sometimes it's best to work alone. To see what you've been missing, if you don't know Shang-Chi, don't miss Master of Kung Fu. Uh-huh.
I know. Fair warning.
Seriously.
You
Yeah,
might want to
fair
miss
warning.
it.
Yeah. Anyway, I did so many things I want to say right now, but I'm going to wait till the end. So here we are in Shang-Chi's apartment. He's doing push-ups with Chi, his monkey, while watching the news. On the news, they're talking about an octopus named Ruth that went missing overnight. More on that later. So Shang-Chi decides after his push-ups that he's going to go take Chi and get some ice cream. So he heads over to the ice cream shop and greets all his neighbors on the way because Shang-Chi is a really nice dude and everybody seems
He's
to
a
like him a
mild
lot.
celebrity, it looks like, in this town, doesn't it?
Yeah. Everybody's like, "Hey, what's going on, Shang-Chi?" He's like, "What's up? Just getting some ice cream." Uh,
Green ice cream. Fucking gross.
green, yeah, mint chocolate chip. So along the way on the rooftops, he's being watched by ninjas, and he gets to his little ice cream stand and he orders his disgusting mint chocolate chip ice cream. And
I
let
want
me
to say
just
it's lettuce ice cream. That's what I
yeah,
think it is. It's too green for mint chocolate chip.
let me just say first of all that mint chocolate chip ice cream is a waste of ice cream and chocolate chips because
I can eat like one scoop of it out of a
oh,
carton, and then I don't want any more like for 2 years. That's like
the
my
only
mint
thing
chocolate chip.
the only thing that should be mint is mints, and that's it. It's like
Yeah,
that's my
it's not a good look for ice cream. I don't like it really either. I can eat it, but
no.
it's not something I buy myself.
To me, there's only two flavors of ice cream, vanilla and chocolate, and then you can add things to those. Anything else is disgusting to me. Mint chocolate chip, strawberry, Neapolitan, it's all gross. Just this chocolate and then this chocolate chip cookie dough and shit you can add to it, but no, nothing else. No
Yeah, I like
thank you.
cookie dough. Cookie dough is
Yeah, I mean
my shit.
My personal favorite is Ben and Jerry's peanut butter fudge core, where you have peanut butter ice cream on one side, chocolate on the other, a fucking big thing of fudge in the middle, and then it's got fucking Reese's peanut butter cups all throughout both sides of the chocolate and peanut
Yeah, I
butter.
like black raspberry though. That's the one like different colored ice cream besides chocolate or vanilla I actually
I've
like.
never had it. I've never had that.
It's pretty good actually. I won't
I
lie.
might have to give it a whirl. But normally I'm like I don't like fruity flavors of things. I'm
Yeah,
weird. I'm
it's a
just weird like that.
disturbing color of purple, but it's still
Yeah.
good.
Is that the one they have in that fish food? Did they put that in the fish food one? In the Ben and Jerry's? I don't know.
I've never had that one. I don't know.
I eat a lot of Ben and Jerry's. I love
What
fucking
fish
Ben and
food
Jerry's.
is. I've
They're-
had once in my life. I think it's a ripoff for how much you get.
Yeah, yeah. You know, my Stop and Shop always has them on sale for three for like $8 or something. So I always buy like three of them because it makes it cheaper. You know, so I'm like, fuck it. But I usually just get peanut butter fudge core, three of them, because I'm a fat bastard. So then he gets attacked by the ninjas, and the fight starts, and it's all fun and games for Shang-Chi. Like he's having a good time until one of the ninjas knocks the ice cream cone out of his hand, and then shit gets serious. You know, he gets real pissed and starts beating their asses.
He like takes the littlest bit left of his ice cream and puts it on his
And
finger and
licks
licks it. I'm like, oh, okay. Eat the cone, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Now when I read Shang-Chi, because he looks a lot like draw him a lot like Bruce Lee, I imagine Bruce Lee's voice in my head. So whenever he says something, it's Bruce Lee. Like that's just basically what I use. That's who he is to me in the Marvel universe. He's
Yeah.
Marvel's Bruce Lee. Um, so he starts beating their asses, and she starts scratching their eyes out. And then the ninjas retreat, and they lead Shang-Chi down this alley right into a trap. The concrete breaks beneath his feet, and he falls down a hole. And that's the end of Shang-Chi. All right, that's it. No, I'm just kidding. So,
Yeah, I didn't know. Did he fell down a hole into some jail they can't find him in? I don't. These ninjas are.
I
Well, as soon as the ninjas they started using them for comedic effect, I was out on this
yeah,
book.
yeah. Me, oh god, I'm assuming he fell down, got like knocked out because he's falling down head first. So I figure he got like knocked out, and they picked him up and put him in the cell, and then
They don't remember
and
which
yeah,
one they put him in.
I don't know. I have no
I'm trying
clue.
to figure out what was going on this page. I'm like, either he like Gwenpooled it from that issue and like fell down a trap door into a cell. They don't know which one, and they're trying to find him, or they put him in a cell when he got knocked out, and
I
they
think
don't
that's what
remember which
happened.
one it is. Is that
I
okay?
think
Either
they
way,
put
I'll
him in
go
the
with whatever.
cell.
I started checking out of this book right at this moment in time. I was like, oh, these guys
They
are
put him
dumb.
in the cell after he got knocked out, and then they're heading to the cell, just talking about fucking retarded shit. So then they're in the underground base. The two ninjas, they're guarding the cell, and they're standing outside of the cell, weighing their options of their life. You know, like should I go back to school, or what are those? Like this guy's, you know, I just joined the hand to pay my way through school. I don't really have to be here doing this. And the other guy's like, you know, he's like, oh, I'm hungry. And he's like, I should have packed a lunch. And he's like, you didn't pack a lunch? We could be here all day. This is the whole thing. They're just talking about
Yeah,
stupid shit.
it's just nonsense,
And
bullshit.
and then yeah, and then they start talking about our main bad guy, this ridiculous fuck, who's named Dr. Malpractice, and then they go into about how this big bad joke, like everybody calls him malpractice, malpractice, you know. So haha, funny. So the doc shows up and asks if the patient is ready, and then he asks to have a moment alone with Shang-Chi, and this is when we get our bad guy who is explaining, you know, very Scooby-Doo, like he's explaining what he's doing, why he's doing it, blah, blah, blah. Shang-Chi tells him that he knows who he is, Dr. Malpractice, and you know, that he hates to be called Malpractice, and Shang-Chi keeps telling him, it is so
They
fucking
tell
stupid.
us the joke 2 pages before that issue, two
And
pages before the scene, and then they explain us the joke during
yeah,
this scene. I was like, what the fuck is this book
so
doing? This is
I don't
horrible.
know. I've never read anything by CM Punk before, but I don't think I ever
Me
will
either.
ever again.
No, I'm
Um,
done. He's on the Chip
so,
Zdarsky list for me. Like,
yeah, yeah. so, so Shang-Chi tells him he can skip the villain explanation, and all the while he keeps finishing the doctor's sentences for him, just just to ignore him. It's supposed to be funny, but it's not. And then Shang-Chi lets him in on the fact that he has known all along what the Doctor has been up to. See, this is where it gets really fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
It all
if you haven't crossed the line and checked out of this book at this point, as soon as they start bringing up pizza rats, you're fucking flying out of this book.
Going next. Yeah, that's exactly where I was going next. So it all started one day when Shang-Chi saw a fucking rat eating pizza and doing kung fu, okay? A rat doing so I'm walking through the park. Yeah, Master Splinter. I walked through the park one day and I noticed a rat fighting off other rats with kung fu. But it gets even more fucking ridiculous than that if you can fucking believe it. So, yeah, rats doing kung fu. Believe it. And it gets more retarded. So Shang-Chi was noticing that pets were going missing for weeks, and not to mention the ninjas walking around in broad daylight adopting pets at the local shelters. So he decided to investigate, because why not, right? Fuck it, everything else seems to be a little more ridiculous. So
California ninjas walking around.
I know. So he goes to see what was going on, and then he found his monkey, his fucking kung fu monkey. Yep, that's right. It gets dumber, and here it comes. So after Shang-Chi found this monkey that he named Chi, he nursed him back to health, and then he noticed the monkey had loved him and wouldn't leave his side and felt really comfortable around him. So he started to teach the monkey kung fu, because why the fuck not, right? Why not?
Every animal can just learn kung fu in this fucking world, apparently.
Yeah, apparently Marvel Universe is full with ninja ants and dogs and cats and fucking bats and tigers and lions and bears. Oh my. Yeah, and rats.
Now I know why Thor is so fucking scared of all these rats he keeps running into. They know kung fu.
So he decided to do some detecting to find out about the missing animals, and he retraced his steps from where he found Chi, and it led to the zoo where this all started. So apparently we go into this. I didn't put this in my notes, but I'm going to mention it now. They go into this little sub story when he was retracing his steps about how Dr. Mel Prasis couldn't get a regular job at a regular hospital as a doctor because his name rhymes with malpractice. Now, that's just fucking stupid. I'm sorry. It's fucking dumb.
It's like your name is Dr. Kilgore and they won't give you a job because Kill is in your last name. Like, you're Dr. Kill. That's it.
So because nobody would give Mel a fucking job, he ends up working at the zoo. Okay, so the zoo workers were nice enough to tell Shang-Chi all about Dr. Prasis. It basically just gave away the whole thing. Like, oh yeah, he used to work here. He got fired when he was trying to smuggle out an octopus, the one Ruth from the news, on his lunch break. And right there and there, Shang-Chi cracked the fucking case. Like, he knew the whole deal. So, so just so happens
before the
maybe
comic book even started.
Yeah, before the comic book even started. So we're to assume that, he was doing his 300 push-ups in the beginning of the issue to get ready to go purposely get caught by Dr. Prasis. Blech. So
yeah, we got so many coincidences working here at one time. It's fucking mind-blowing.
It's crazy. So the doctor tells him, he's offended. He's like, I didn't quit from the zoo. He's like, I didn't fired from the zoo. I quit, motherfucker. And then he tells Shang-Chi about his next experiment, and wait for it because it's pretty fucking retarded. He's gonna, oh God. So this is the doc, he goes over his evil plan and he's like, I'm gonna make an army of kung fu animals. Okay. He used to work for the Hand and he wants to get his job back with the Hand. So he decides that it's a really good idea to go steal animals all over the place and teach them kung fu. And then maybe the Hand will take him back because they'll have an army of kung fu pets. Yeah.
You ready? Wait, you ready for the worst sentence in comic book history here? It's right here. Striving tirelessly for years to develop an army of kung fu animals pays off tonight.
Get the fuck out of here. And if you can believe it, it gets more fucking ridiculous because the final experiment in his plan is to put Shang-Chi's brain into Ruth the octopus. And I'm fucking done.
He
Right
needs a
there.
kung fu octopus.
He needs a kung fu octopus with Shang-Chi's brain, because somehow that's going to work. Somehow human physiology.
All the water ninjas in the world need to fear for this kung fu octopus.
Yeah, I know. What are we gonna do? Like, is anybody? What good is that gonna help anybody? Has anyone ever seen an octopus on dry land walking around kung fu and motherfuckers? No. Not to mention that it's gonna be Shang-Chi's brain, so he's gonna know he's in an octopus. What's gonna make him help this guy? Nothing. And
Yeah,
all we get is
I
Shang-Chi
know.
dead as an octopus.
Fucking dumb.
It's so fucking stupid. So there's more. No, really, I'm serious. There's more. So I'm not gonna torture everybody with the fucking details. I'm gonna wrap this up quick. The whole dumb plan is so the doc can get back into the hand. I said that. I had it in my notes. I spoiled it early. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't work out, obviously, because Shang-Chi breaks free, which is unbelievable to the doctor because he's a fucking moron. He kicks
the monkey
everybody's
helped
ass.
him break.
Oh, that's
Monkey
right.
freedom.
I'm sorry. That's right. The monkey helped him. The monkey used kung fu and beat up a bunch of ninjas, and then hopped on the table and freed Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi, while the doctor sat there and was like, "What do I pay you for? Stop him!" Like the doctor could have just snapped the monkey's neck and called it a fucking day, and had Shang-Chi still tied up. But no, he sat there and he waited for his ninja guys to come and help him, and it's fucking stupid. And that's how Shang-Chi broke free. And he kicks everybody's ass. Shocker. And then he gets the octopus free, lets it go in the ocean. He gets his ice cream, and then he fucks his monkey for the rest of his life. The end. Thank God. This was a pile of shit. I fucking hated it. I know it was supposed to be like a cute, fun story, but it was ridiculous and it was stupid. I read the Battle
Wait,
World.
You missed the best part.
What was
The last
part?
panel. The octopus also has an ice cream. His hand is coming out of the sewer.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice it. I just did. I was done, so I just didn't even notice it. Oh my God, this is news to me right here and now.
This is the worst
he does.
comic book.
It really is. He's got like raspberry and strawberry ice cream. I'm looking at it right now with his hand out of the sewer, like waving, "Thank you, Shang-Chi." Like, fucking stupid. Fucking stupid.
This octopus was freed into the salt water and decided to crawl through the shit sewers to get an ice cream.
To get an ice cream, yeah. It's fucking dumb. Can they even survive in fresh water? Like, he's not just fresh water, but shit and piss in AIDS needles filled New York sewer water. Like, anyway.
This is the worst book.
It's the worst. Like, I read fucking the Battle World Master of Kung Fu by, I think it's Blackman. I forget his first name, something Blackman. And this guy, what's his name? I can't pronounce it. Here it is. Dalibor Talajik. He did the art, and it was fan-fucking-tastic. The Battle World, not this. Goran Suzuka from Daredevil, Why the Last Man, a bunch of other shit. He did the inks, so it looked a little more like Goran Suzuka did the art, but it was fantastic. It was a great kung fu story. Iron Fist was in there. It was fucking awesome. This is not this. This was not awesome by any means. So I was expecting like a cool story. And even like a day in the life issue could be great. Like we got that Superman issue where they went to the to the county fair and they all had a great time, and that was a great issue. That was such a good issue, but this is not that. They even had like Green Lanterns issues. I remember that week, that Rebirth week, where every issue seemed to be like a day in the life, and all the issues were fun, and I enjoyed them all. You know, the Green Lanterns had pancakes. It was wonderful. But this, no. The art was not good. The story, it was fucking stupid. It was just so dumb. It was trying to be cute and funny, and it just didn't come off that way. It just came off annoying and stupid. Like, fuck this book. Forget it. Just fucking forget it.
If we had a rating lower than Forget It, I would give it that, because like Forget It altogether doesn't even do this book justice. I would almost tell you, if you're feeling horrible about yourself any given day of the week, pop open Master of Kung Fu and read it, because you can't do anything but feel better about the quality of work you put out that day. Then read this book, because you know you couldn't do that bad.
I'll never get I'll never get the 15 minutes of my life back. I'll never get those moments back.
It felt longer than Moon Knight, and Moon Knight was 32 pages. Like I was reading this book, and I'm like, when does this fucking book end? Because I checked out at it like page 4. I was so.
It went on forever. That's a complaint I heard about Moon Knight too. I wish I said that. Like, it was a review of Moon Knight. I think it was Bleeding Cool, which, you know, half of their reviews are retarded. But the guy was like,
But anyway.
Horrible. And he was like, "Oh, the pacing dragged on a bit." I should have put in the comments. Well, read fucking Master of Kung Fu. It was like 8 pages shorter and like 1,000 years longer. Like fucking awful.
Yeah. Oh, it was so bad. Like I don't even have much more to say. Like the art wasn't even redeemable, really. It wasn't horrible, but it's not like worth picking up the book to check out.
No.
No. Read it for a laugh if you like bad comic books. I mean, that's what this one's for, I guess. I don't know who else.
Want to punish yourself.
Yeah, like I'm gonna have to honestly go to Comic Book Roundup and see who gave it the best score. And
I'm gonna look right now.
Yeah, like I don't know how you could even rate this above a 3. Like I don't know what this has. It's got a 5.9 somehow. There's 2 8s. The Beat
7.
and Chuck's Comic of the Day. Those dudes are smoking some sort of stuff that I want to try because I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking giving this.
Oh,
yeah. There's only Bleeding Cool actually got it right. A 3 is about what I would rate it if I had to give it a number.
Yeah.
411 Mania gave it a 2. They're on track there. They got a brain.
Comic of the Day. The art by Dalibor Telejic is very good with a nice gritty feel to the preceding. Fuck yourself, Chuck. But it's not enough to lift this one shot above the status of being a basic fill-in issue. A fill-in issue? A fill-in for what? It's not part of a series. It's just garbage. It is not filling in for anything. It's just like a one-shot.
If you told me this was written for forget this book. You there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I just said if you bought this book for any reason other than slapstick comedy, you did it wrong.
Oof.
So yeah, forget this altogether. We're going to talk about a book that's much better. Moon Knight 188 now.
Oh, so good. Oh, wow.
All right.
They just fired Eddie Berganza from DC.
Yeah, that's been brewing for a few days now. All right, we got sign out segment here, and then while I'm talking about my crazy character, pick out 2 books because I got Punisher and Brand Eck for the 2 I pick. Yeah, might as well. I don't even know what it is. I'm interested to find out what the fuck it is.
Can't be any worse than fucking Shang-Chi, right?
Yeah, I think it's a purpose. Like it's supposed to be a comedy book, so I think it might come off a little better.
Yeah. So what were the 2 books you picked? Punisher?
Brand Eck.
That's a good pick.
The bold ones are the ones we didn't do yet for Legacy.
That's a good pick. I'll pick Secret Warriors because that's the Mr. Sinister arc where Magic joins the team. I'm on with that most definitely. And Doctor Strange because it's the first issue of Donny Cates and Gabriel Walther from Vision. So I'm definitely up for that. Donny Cates, come on.
Punisher is 218. It's 14. All right. We'll wrap this up here because I got to get ready for the sports one. All right, we are back here, guys. This is the sign out segment, and I just put something quick down here for favorite crazy character since we kind of had a crazy week of books with Gwenpool and Moon Knight in there, both kind of crazy characters. So yeah, obviously Gwenpool would be my current favorite character. That's crazy. Along with Deadpool, kind of the 2 that I enjoy reading that you don't get a fully serious superhero book in tone all the time, and sometimes you just need that. As far as TV character wise goes, as far as favorite crazy character would be, I put down only solely for the fact that I'm binge watching Shameless at this point in time. Frank Gallagher as a favorite crazy character because that dude is bonkers. He will sell his family out in a heartbeat. And it results in just shit going down in crazy ways that I end up enjoying watching on TV, but I would never want to deal with in real life. So
most definitely.
yeah, something along those lines are my favorite crazy characters to read about and watch. I don't know if you got anything different in mind there before we get to next week's books.
I got one. I got my favorite crazy and stupid character from a TV show is Andy from Parks and Recreation. I love it.
Yeah.
who's played by Chris Pratt from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I like when he would be the FBI agent. What was his name?
Oh God. Burt Macklin.
Fuck. I
Burt Macklin, FBI.
Those were some of my favorite episodes.
I love that show. I used to love that show so much, and he was the wackiest motherfucker ever. And every time you've ever seen him run into a wall or trip over a table or fall or collapse on a coffee table, he would do that in real life. So that was really him, like destroying himself. That show was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was good.
So yeah,
All
Andy
right.
Dwyer.
All right. So kind of a cheesy sign out segment there, but I got inspired reading Moon Knight and Gwenpool all in one week to stick with the crazy theme, I guess, to conclude things. But we're gonna wrap up. What'd you say?
No, we were talking about it for a second. I was thinking about that episode where he was, where Leslie was going to get elected to the legislature or whatever, the town council, and the power went out, and he was explaining Rambo First Blood to people, and then and he was like acting it out, and then he did Patrick Swayze's Roadhouse. It was the fucking most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's a good show. So if you haven't seen Shameless or Parks and Rec, that would be a little bit of craziness there for you to continue your watching experience.
Most definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap things up here for this week, guys. You know how to reach us if you're looking for us. Twitter, Madness Marvel 1, Gmail, Marvel Madness 0 at gmail.com. But we got a full lineup of legacy books next week for you. Kind of a little bit of a different lineup here. We're going to do Punisher 218, their first legacy issue. I think that's a new creative team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, Matt Rosenberg, and I forget the artist.
All right, cool. Then we got Not Brand Eck. I don't know or have any idea what to expect from this book, but it's we're bringing you all the one-shots this month, and this is the third in the series of one-shots, and I think Darkhawk is the week after.
Yes.
So we're going to check out that. And then Secret Warriors 8 is the legacy issue for that title. Magic joins the team, so we're going to check out that. And Doctor
we're
Strange.
doing two Matthew Rosenberg.
Oh, he's busy next week. Doctor Strange 381. And we're going to see what's popping with Doctor Strange's legacy issue. So that's what you guys can expect next week, but we're going to sign things out and end this party. You know where to find us. Holler at us this week, guys. Send us some emails, whatever you want to do. We'll talk about it next week. But until that time, peace out, and we'll talk later. Adios.
Peace.